Have you ever picked up your phone to check a single text message only to realize 40 minutes have passed and you're now watching a video of someone cleaning a carpet in another country? You didn't plan for this. You didn't even want this. But your brain was hijacked by some of the most advanced engineering in human history. We often call it mindless scrolling, but there is nothing mindless about it. Behind every app on your home screen is a team of attention engineers and behavioral psychologists whose only job is to keep your eyes glued to the glass. They aren't just building software, they are building a digital slot machine that lives in your pocket. Today, we are looking at the 7 levels of social media addiction. We aren't just talking about using your phone too much. We are going deep into the dopamine loops, the variable rewards, and the predictive algorithms that know you better than you know yourself. From a simple red notification dot to the God-level AI that can predict your next emotion, this is the anatomy of the scroll. Welcome to the Explained Learner. Let's begin at level 1. Level 1 is the hook. It starts with the most powerful color in the human visual spectrum, red. There is a reason notification badges aren't blue or green. Red signals urgency, danger, and passion. Evolutionarily, our brains are wired to notice red berries or red blood. When that little red one appears on your app icon, your brain creates a loop that can only be closed by clicking it. But it goes deeper than just sight. Have you ever felt your phone vibrate in your pocket only to pull it out and realize there was no notification? This is called phantom vibration syndrome. It's a physical manifestation of level 1 addiction. Your brain has become so sensitized to the reward of a message that it is hallucinating the sensation of receiving one. At this level, the phone is no longer a tool you use. It is a stimulus that dictates your physical movements. You are being trained like a lab animal to react to a signal. Level 2 is where the psychology gets dark. It's called intermittent variable reinforcement. To understand this, we have to look at a slot machine. If a slot machine gave you $1 every single time you pulled the lever, you'd eventually get bored and stop. But because it might give you $1,000 or it might give you nothing, you keep pulling. Social media uses the exact same trick with the pull to refresh gesture. When you drag your thumb down and that little spinning wheel appears, that is the lever of the slot machine. You don't know if the next post will be a boring ad or a hilarious meme from your best friend. That not knowing is what releases the dopamine. Your brain actually produces more dopamine during the anticipation of the reward than it does when you actually see the content. Level 2 turns the act of scrolling into a form of gambling, and the house always wins because they are playing with your time, not your money. Level 3 is the infinite scroll. Before 2006, the internet had pages. You would read to the bottom, and then you would have to click next to continue. That tiny click was a stopping cue, a moment for your brain to pause and ask, do I really want to keep doing this? Engineers realized that by removing the next button and making the feed infinite, they could remove the friction of making a choice. You are now in what psychologists call a flow state, but a negative one. It's like eating from a bottomless bowl of soup. If the bowl never empties, you never realize how much you've consumed. At level 3, the stopping cues of the physical world, like thirst, hunger, or the need to sleep, are suppressed by the constant influx of new information. You aren't searching for anything anymore, you are just consuming because the next button was deleted. At level 4, we move from the screen into your actual brain chemistry. This is dopamine downregulation. When you spend hours every day receiving high-intensity hits of dopamine from viral videos and likes, your brain starts to protect itself. It realizes it's being overstimulated, so it begins to shrink its dopamine receptors. This means that things that used to make you happy, like reading a book, walking in nature, or having a conversation, start to feel boring. They don't provide enough voltage to trigger your shrunken receptors. At level 4, you find yourself picking up your phone even when you're already doing something fun, like watching a movie or being at a concert. You are no longer scrolling for pleasure, you are scrolling just to feel normal. You have entered a state of digital grayness where the real world feels dim compared to the saturated colors of the screen. Level 5 is the social comparison trap. Humans are social animals. For thousands of years, our survival depended on where we stood in our tribe. Social media exploits this instinct by turning your social standing into a public score. Every like and follower is a data point telling you whether you are winning or losing. But the game is rigged. You are comparing your behind the scenes, your messy room, your bad hair days, your failures with everyone else's highlight reel. At level 5, fear of missing out, or FOMO, becomes a constant background noise. You check the app not because you want to, but because you are afraid that if you don't, you are becoming irrelevant. You are at the mercy of the social mirror, and it's a mirror that has been photoshopped to make you feel like you're never doing enough. Level 6 is where the math takes over. This is the algorithm. Every second you spend on an app, you are training it. It knows exactly which colors you like, which political topics make you angry, and how long you linger on a photo of your ex-partner. The algorithm doesn't care if a video is true, healthy, or good for you. It only cares about engagement. If it notices that you stay on the app longer when you're angry, it will feed you content that makes you furious. It is a feedback loop that creates echo chambers. At level 6, the app isn't just suggesting content, it is literally shaping your worldview. It is predicting what you will want to see 5 minutes from now better than you can. You are no longer the driver, you are a passenger in a vehicle steered by a machine that only wants your time. Beyond just capturing your time, level 6 is where your digital twin becomes a financial asset. Every micro interaction, a hover, a scroll speed change, or a repeated search is packaged into a predictive profile sold to the highest bidder. This isn't just about showing you the right pair of shoes, it's about behavioral modification. The algorithm experiments on you in real time, testing which subtle nudges will alter your long-term habits or consumer choices. By isolating you in a personalized reality, it eliminates the friction of opposing viewpoints, making your clicks more predictable and therefore more profitable. At this stage, the machine isn't just predicting your future, it is actively engineering it to ensure you never find the exit button. We have reached level 7, the habitual singularity. At this level, the friction between your thought and the action has completely vanished. You don't even remember the moment you decided to open the app. Your hand moves to your pocket, unlocks the phone, and starts scrolling before your conscious mind is even awake. This is the goal of every tech giant, to become a neurological habit. At level 7, the digital world and your identity have merged. You feel a physical ache when the phone isn't near you, a sensation known as nomophobia, no mobile phone phobia. You have become the perfect product. Your attention is being sold in real time to the highest bidder, while your ability to focus on a single human thought has been dismantled. But there is a way back. You are watching this on a screen right now, which means you still have the power to close the loop. Most people will live their whole lives at level 7, but because you've seen the levels, you can choose to step down. Hit the subscribe button, put the phone down for 10 minutes, and go look at a real sunset. This is the Explained Learner. I'll see you at the next level.